Where are all the candidate attorneys at? Hey! Hey, what's good, candidate attorneys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Shella and I am an admitted attorney of the High Court of South Africa. And once upon a time, I was a candidate attorney. So in this video, I want to give you the 5 do's and don'ts that I think are super important for all candidate attorneys to know. Now, before we get into it, I just want to say congratulations. Being a candidate attorney is a big deal. Right now, just take a moment and clap for yourself. A lot of people desire to be where you are, and it's not easy to get to being a candidate attorney. So for the mere fact that you've made it to being a candidate attorney is worthy of applause. 100%. I am proud of you. I am so happy for you. I'm excited for you, and I hope that this journey will be a fruitful one. Let the good things that happen in this profession happen for you. The money that you envisage to make in this profession, let that be your portion and more. So let's get into the 5 do's and don'ts. The first do on the list: report to your principal when you have made a mistake. When you have made a mistake, I know this is tempting to conceal it, but do not conceal the mistake. Go to your principal and let them know. Once you have spotted that you are going the wrong direction or you have done something incorrectly, report it as quickly as you possibly can. This is so that somebody who is more experienced, in this case your principal, will be able to help you put out the fires. The second one, which is so important as well, is confirm verbal instructions in writing. If you receive verbal instructions from anyone, be it a client or your principal or anybody else in the firm, as soon as you receive those instructions or as soon as that conversation ends, just send an email confirming that conversation. The reason for this is that you will eradicate confusion and that you will also get clarity on the specific instructions that you have been given. There have been instances in my experience where after a verbal conversation, I would be thinking that I heard everything and I know exactly what to do. And then I do what I thought I'm supposed to do, and then it turns out not to be what I'm supposed to be doing. So you want to eradicate that by confirming instructions in writing. Also with clients, especially with clients. Clients will tell you one thing, and then the next time they will switch it up and say, no, this is not what I wanted. This is not what I said. So when you have this in writing, it will protect you from all of that. And the third one on the list, super important, keep a diary. This one is probably one of the most important things that you can do in your legal career. You know that in this profession, there are certain actions that must be taken at specific times or before a specific time frame. So when you keep a diary and you record those dates, you will see how this will benefit you because you'll be able to do your work well. For example, if you have sent summons to the sheriff to be served, make sure that in 2 weeks' time, you check with the sheriff whether the summons have been served on the defendant, so that from then you are able to count the days in which the defendant needs to reply before you take action. So you need to be proactive in that sense. Don't just send out the summons to the sheriff and just chill. There was a time that I actually did that. I just sent out the summons to the sheriff and I just chilled. And the client contacted us like, it's been 3 months. What's going on? You guys have been mute. What's happening in this matter? And I'm like, oh boy. So you don't want to find yourself in that situation. Things like paginating. You need to paginate the court file before it goes for hearing. So after the exchange of the notice of set downs, mark in your diary at least 7 days before the matter is heard. Go and paginate the file. Make sure that the file is in order, because your attorney rocking up to court, or even you yourself and the magistrate has a file that's not paginated. No, you don't want to make those mistakes. So keep yourself from making these silly mistakes that could be easily avoided if you keep proper record of when you have done something and when you need to check that specific file again. And the next one is ask for advice. Contrary to what you might believe, you are not expected to know everything. Your principal knows that you are a candidate attorney. Where were you supposed to get the experience from? And even if you do have vet work experience, you have never worked in the legal profession like you do right now. So ask for advice, ask for help. Do not be scared if you do not know something. You are not expected to know everything. You really are not. So ask for advice. A person who asks for advice is really better than a person who keeps quiet and pretends like they know when they don't. And the last do on the list is develop a thick skin. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of instances in your legal profession where you are emotionally uncomfortable. You are now in an unfamiliar field. Yes, you might know about the law because you are an LLB graduate, but you have not practiced so extensively. So there'll be times where you make mistakes. There'll be times where you are corrected. There'll be times where clients will express disappointment in what you have done. There'll be times where you do not receive a positive report. There'll be a lot of times when things don't go your way. That's why you need to develop a thick skin. And now moving on to the don't. And the first don't is don't make it about yourself. This role, do not make it about yourself. The work that you do, don't make it about you. It's about the client. The client is your core focus, not yourself, not your emotions, not your convenience, but the client. So this is what I mean. If you have made a mistake, don't conceal it because your ego is too big to ask for help. But rather, remember that the object of your work is your client. And if the client is the object of your work, you report the mistake because you understand that this mistake is going to directly affect the client. So you see how your mindset shifts from you to your client, the interest of your client. And that's what you want. That's how you become a good attorney, by focusing on the client. The second don't is don't overpromise. This is something that I did so much in my early career. It's actually embarrassing to say, but I overpromised. Hey, I'll be like, no, it's okay. You'll have it before lunch on your desk. Nah, it's all right. I'll update all the clients. I will tell the clients, no, every week I will send you updates so you know what's going on your matter. I will say to my colleagues, no, it's okay. By tomorrow morning, you will have it on your desk. Don't do that. Do not overpromise, thinking that overpromising will make you a stellar employee. No, it will not. It will not make you a stellar employee. If anything, it's going to lead to you being overworked and having some form of resentment towards your firm and your colleagues because you are so tired, yet you have this big expectation that you've created and you always want to meet it. No, that is not how you become an effective worker. The next don't also ties in with the previous one, and that is lying. Don't lie. Be honest in all your dealings. If you cannot do something, if you do not have the capacity to do something, say that. Say that you cannot. If you have made a mistake, don't conceal it and lie. Or don't say, oh no, it's not me. Don't lie. Just be honest. If you have made a mistake, be honest. In everything that you do as a candidate attorney, be honest. Develop honesty. It's very good to be honest. And also, when you are honest, you don't have to remember things, because when you lie, you must constantly keep up with that lie and you must constantly remember what it is that you've said. And in most instances, in the end, the truth is revealed and people lose trust in you. And the next don't is don't break the rules of the profession. You do not want to break the rules of the profession. There was a time as a candidate attorney, I went on for months without contacting this specific client, without giving them an update, and they got so upset. They went to the Legal Practice Council. It's like I even forgot about that file. They went straight to the Legal Practice Council, and lo and behold, we got a letter from the Legal Practice Council, and you can just imagine how that went. It did not go well. So don't break the rules of the profession. Familiarize yourself with the rules. Know what is expected of you as a candidate attorney, as a legal professional, and then don't break the rules. You don't want to get your firm in trouble with the Legal Practice Council. So keep yourself from professional negligence by familiarizing yourself with the rules and not breaking the rules in this profession. And the last don't is don't neglect yourself. There's an emotional side of practicing law that a lot of people do not talk about. And we cannot pretend like it's not there, because it is there. Matters affect us. There are some times when you're dealing with a matter and you just can't help but cry because the situation is so dire, and you're trying by all means to get justice for this person, and the courts are just failing you sometimes because of the delays, because of a file being stolen. Next thing, certain documents and the files go missing, like the delays that you experience from the court, and you just sit there and you're thinking, these people are living with this situation every single day. That affects you. It really affects you. Domestic violence matters. They affect you because you put yourself in this person's shoes and you're like, how can a human being live like that? And you are the one who is supposed to get justice for them. So there is an emotional and psychological side to practicing law that shouldn't be neglected. And people think that you have no emotions, you're an attorney, that's all you are. And all they're doing is just constantly wanting updates and just like being a nuisance. You know, sometimes clients can be annoying, and this person is just literally annoying you, and you still smile and you still deal with them professionally. Meanwhile, in your head, all you want to say is, that's what you want to say to them, but you still smile and you say, yes sir, I will do it, I will do it this time. Like, all of that takes a toll on your emotions, so do not neglect yourself. I know that being an attorney is an emotionally and psychologically stressful job. So you need to make time to pour into yourself. So you need time to just pour back into yourself. You are not just a candidate attorney. You are not just a legal professional. You are human. And you do not want to lose that to this profession. And that is it. Those are my 5 do's and don'ts for candidate attorneys. I hope that these are things that you will implement as soon as you possibly can, because I think they are of utmost importance, and I wish you well on your legal journey. I'm so proud of you for making it to being a candidate attorney. Yeah, I'm sending you tons of love and light. Please, 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 please drop down to the comment section. Let's engage. I absolutely love engaging and networking and talking to people in this profession. Like this video if you found it helpful. Hit the share button and send it to somebody who you think will benefit from this. Subscribe to this channel, and I will see you on my next one. Until then, I'm sending you tons of love and light. Bye.